back to my book nook. Obviously, I'm not in my book nook right now. I'm actually got the camera turned around, and this is my bedroom. Where's my book nook is where my book nook is located. And I started reading Sunrise on the Reaping last week, and I thought, well, this would be a great vlog. But then I was already like partly way into it, so I thought, Then I went online. I was on Facebook, and my local library had shared that they had some new books, and I zoomed in, and this is what I found. So I thought I would do a reading vlog of Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez. And I really am looking forward to this. I love her books. I've read almost everything, I think. I have not read Fall Risk, and I think there's a short story I haven't read. And then the other book I think that she did with other authors, I didn't read that one. But I read this one. So, I'm going to read this one. Haven't read it yet. And I'm really looking forward to it. So, I thought I would film a little bit in different places that I read, and I thought one of the places would start out is right here in my little comfy chair. I have my coffee, I have my water, I've got my headphones, and I'll be listening to Hot Coffee House Jazz on my Spotify. So I like listening to that. I would have it on my TV, but I film with a web camera, so so my TV is being used as my monitor at this point, so I can't use that. So I thought I would use this with my headphones to kind of drown out any distractions. And I have a lovely companion, my dog. You can't see her, and she is resting, and we're just going to enjoy it on this cool spring day. It's like in the 40s here, so alrighty, well, let's get to it. But first, actually, I want to film a little TikTok. So we'll do that, okay? So you guys can watch me do that real quick. And I'll do this all. This is a classic Abby Jimenez, I would say. This is really good. This is a cute. So far, I'm laughing. I love the references. I remember seeing her years ago on the baking championship. I didn't remember her name, till I saw later on. I remember I watched that, and I do follow her on social media, on TikTok and stuff, and she's hilarious. And I just feel like every one of her books shows her personality, and this is so cute. This is a standard so far. I mean, I'm only 40 pages in, but so far it's about Xavier, and I'm not going to give anything away. I don't know what's on the cover. Xavier Bush, and apparently he's a very interesting vet. He's very good looking, apparently, according to this, giving Greek god vibes, apparently. And he ends up taking care of meeting Samantha as she comes into his clinic with a kitten. And that's a whole other, I won't give that away. But this is so far, like I said, it's only 40 pages in, but I'm really, really enjoying it. And I guess I'll record some more reading. I just want to take a little break. My ears get hot from those things. But I'm really enjoying it so far. So, classic Abby Jimenez. I needed a really good story after reading, I feel like I've read two very heavy books in the last week. I read The Alice Network, and then I read Hunger Games, and both those were heavier books, so I needed something light. But I wanted to give a reading update. I'm obviously in my PJs, so I'm going to go to bed, but I'm going to read a little bit before I go to sleep. And I just want to give an update of where I am. So when I left you last, I was at 70 pages. I cooked dinner, had dinner, and then I read for a little while. And I'm currently at 168, so I've read almost 100 pages. Not bad, not too shabby. I am flying through this. I am enjoying it. I am devouring this book. I am just enjoying it so much. I can't tell you. It has made me laugh. I've been shocked. I haven't cried yet. I'm sure that will come. But it's a really good story, and I'm really enjoying it. So far our characters are, well, they're both stubborn in some ways, I guess. I don't know how to explain them. There's just circumstances that are holding them back from being together. So how are they going to overcome these obstacles in life? I don't know. We're going to have to keep reading and find out. But I really love the characters, and I'm really enjoying it. So that's where we're at. I will come back tomorrow, and I will tell you more. Like, I will tell you an update. I probably won't finish it tonight because I have over half. I'm only halfway through, almost halfway through. So I'm not going to read half this book in one night, but I will read a lot more. So I'll let you know tomorrow how far I am and give you an update and maybe do some more reading. So, anyways, well, I will see you tomorrow. There we go. Okay. Welcome back to this reading vlog. I'm back in my little black chair. And I thought I would read. I have about 10 or 15 minutes. I wanted to give a quick update, and then we'll do some more reading. Maybe read for about 10 minutes, and then I got to head out. I got some errands to run. But I just want to give an update. I did leave you last night, and I was going to read for a little while, and I did. And I got to page 204. I don't remember where I left off, but I'm on 204. Chapter 25. So, really enjoying it. I'm going to read for about 10 minutes, and then head out on my errands, and then I'll come back and read some more. I just want to set up the camera and get everything set up so I can read when I get back too. So let's do a quick little read and see how far we get in 10 minutes, okay? short little sprint. But I will see you in the next one. Okay? Final wrap up of the vlog, the reading vlog of Say You Remember Me. I did finish it on the 10th, and it's currently the 15th today, so I finished it 5 days ago. I really, really enjoyed this book. Another 10 out of 10, recommend, 5-star, Abby Jimenez, loved it. I also found out that this is a part of her series, so I look forward to more of these characters and look forward to more of her writing in the future. And I thought I would read my little synopsis, my little takeaway that I wrote down. I write down make these notes on every book that I read, and then I type them in, and that's how I do my videos. So it's fresh in my mind, and I can remember exactly what I thought when I finished it. So this is what I want to say. Abby Jimenez has once again made me go through all the emotions. In this book, we visit Xavier and Samantha, and the fact that these two find each other in the most inconvenient time in their lives. I actually wrote down 3 different quotes from this book, and I will read them to you because I don't think they give away anything. Okay? The first one was, I felt instantly content. I don't know who said this. I didn't write down who said it, so it could be either one of them. Like I had been living with some invisible driving force to get here, running at a low hum, and then suddenly the engine cut off. I just thought that was a really cool, writing in that to express that, way to express that. And then the next one was, and I thought this was really good and a good takeaway, because it does deal with some toxicity and things like that. It also deals heavily with grief and different types of grief, and sometimes you grieve over death. It does deal with some of that, but it also deals with grieving of things that just aren't what they should be, what you expect them to be, what there should be in life. So circumstances, you grieve over what's not. Anyways, and so then this one was, that's what apologies in perspective does. It changes how you feel about what happened. She looked me in the eye and said, I am sorry they robbed you of that. You deserve more. You deserve an apology and for them to admit they suck. And I thought the whole thing about how, like, apologies don't change what happens, basically, is what she's saying, but it does change your perspective when somebody apologizes. It doesn't take away the pain. I thought that was really good. And then the last quote I wrote was, because if you were my wife, you would be my world. Everything starts and ends with you. Anything else is just anything else is just stuff that happens in the middle. And I just thought those were really good quotes, and so much that I actually stopped and wrote them down. And things I would have highlighted had it been on my Kindle, but it was, obviously in a physical book, but so I just wrote it down. It also deals with the struggles, and honestly, you didn't know how they were going to end, how it was going to end. There was times where I thought, this isn't going to work out. And I think the ending was perfect. And I learned that, also, like I said, I learned that this is the first book in a series. So this is my final thoughts. 10 out of 10, recommend, love Abby Jimenez, love her characters, can't wait for more of her books. And I'm sorry, I have a cat in here, and he loves licking and biting plastic. So if you hear anything, that's what it is. My dog is also in here, but she's finally laid down, so that's so anyways. But yes, like I said, 10 out of 10, recommend, love it. And right below what you think, if you've read it, or what you think of her books, and any recommendations that you have. I haven't read all of them. I haven't read Fall Risk, and I think there's another one I haven't read. And I think there's a short story that I also haven't read. So, but either way, love this one. Look forward to reading more of hers, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay? Bye-bye.